for helping moms make every minute count. I'm still kind of getting set up here. Accidentally pressed the live button, so I guess here we go. So we've been in 12 years and 12 days, and I am so excited to be on day 12 of the Coach Mom Journey. So I was sharing about how our house was for sale, and we had a number of crazy showings, and I shared a little bit about one of the crazy days in day 11. So that whole time that we had listed our house early, knowing that it might take a few months to sell, but we really didn't know where we were going to live in the meantime before our other house was done with the remodel. So we were disappointed that a number of contracts fell through, but it was so amazing how it worked out, because at the perfect time, when we were ready to move and the remodel was almost completely done, that's when our best offer came in, and it was for cash, and they let us determine the close date. So it could not have been any better. It was such a blessing. So that was great, and so we got moved and things settled in. You know, my website was done. My topics, I had a number of different speaking topics that groups were able to choose from. Radio interviews had calmed down a little bit, and we got moved. And I think I had told you a little bit about how I had been desperate, just on my knees before the Lord every morning during that crazy time, just saying, Lord, I can't do this. Well, you know, I got a little bit comfortable during that time, and I really felt another whisper to my heart, and that was, I think, the Lord saying, so you think you've got this now? My times in the morning, sometimes I would just rush past it and rush past my time in the Word, the Bible, and in prayer, and just go about my day. Things were easier. I was just able to, you know, I don't know, but I learned from that. I was like, Lord, no, help me. I want to live that way every day, just dependent on you. So it was a joyful journey. One of the highlights the next 5 years was leading a series of Coach Mom groups, and just small groups. The first group included 36 moms, and it was actually before the manuscript was even finished. So the book wasn't published yet. Interacting with these amazing moms, it was so encouraging to get their feedback and also to hear some amazing ideas, because moms come up with the best ideas. Seriously, it was just a wonderful, joyful time, and it helped me hone in on the most important topics and things to include in the book. So I was really, really grateful for that. So they suggested that they would love to see, that first group said, we would love to see how you apply these strategies in your own home. Can we come to your home? And so we all decided a home tour at the end would be great. Not that I've had it all perfect, still don't. But I was like, well, I could show you a few things. We've got 5 kids, and so we decided to have the end of the session brunch at my house. And I'm telling you, that got me into action, because these groups are all about action and all about application and making real changes in the home. So I had 8 weeks knowing, or at least 6 weeks, knowing that I had 36 women coming to my house to look in my closets, look in my drawers, just see all those spaces and see how I had them organized most efficiently for our family. So that was so motivating. You can imagine. We had just moved a few months before that, and I definitely needed to get set up and organized. So that pushed me to do it quicker, definitely quicker. So that's one of the things that we do in these groups. I tell the women from the very start, okay, I want you to invite 3 friends to your home. Tell them that you want them to come over in 12 weeks, and you are going to show them what you've done. And so that really, really works, because it's amazing how you can find 15 minutes or 30 minutes here or there in a day when you know these things are going to be looked at. That kept me accountable, and that's what I've encouraged the other groups. So I had probably, I think, like 4 other groups after the book was published. Some groups were as small as 12. One was as big as 80 women, but most were in the 30s, and it was just, these were amazing, amazing times. Seeing the changes in the home, seeing how it impacted real moms. And you know what? We kept that pattern every time. We ended with a brunch at my house, potluck brunch, and a little tour. And so tons of fun, and I just love working with moms. I prayed over my list daily, praying for the moms that God would just work in their lives, multiply their time, and give them wisdom to set things up and to run their home in the most efficient, God-honoring way that would be best for them and their families. So it was really, really one of the greatest joys of my life. I've enjoyed speaking for moms groups, and I was able, I told you about how scared I was when that first flat of 1,000 books arrived at my home, and I'm thinking, I hope someone wants to buy these. I hope there are some people who want to buy these. I was able to, yes, get through that first flat and then order a number more of deliveries, and honored to speak for the MOPS International Convention one year, and it was able to go as far as South Africa to minister to moms. I published a monthly tips and helps for moms for 7 years in a newsletter called Chalk Talk with Coach Mom, and have had the opportunity to meet so many amazing moms across a number of states. So one of my favorite stories is, I'm getting adjusted here. One of my favorite stories from the Coach Mom journey was when my friend Jill Rhodes was in Ukraine, and she walked into a small apartment and saw 9 or 10 books on a shelf near the kitchen, and she saw a book that looked familiar. And she looked at it, and it was Coach Mom in Ukraine. So she asked the translator to ask, where did you get this book? And the woman said a friend had given it to her, and she said, do you speak English? And she said, no. So I'm not sure how it was helping her, but it was really encouraging to know that the impact can spread, and maybe someday it will be translated in other languages. One of the cool things about a book, I don't know if you've ever thought about writing one or whatever, but it really multiplies your ministry, and that really rang true to me. One time when I was sick in bed for a couple of days, and I was, the school bus is here, and Mariama is here from a day of school. Can you say hello? Yay! So, okay. All right. So, I had been sick in bed, and I was just thinking, literally, I'm all about making every minute count, and I thought this was like 2 days wasted, and it was so cool because I got 2 emails at the end of that 2 days that said, from moms who said that they had been reading my book the last couple of days, and that it had made such a difference in their lives, and they just told me some specific things, the ways it ministered to them. So that is so cool. I was sick in bed, unable to do anything, and yet the ministry was going on through the book. So that's what gets me so excited. And I'm so excited to be relaunching Coach Mom soon, and I'm really excited this spring. We have events planned in Romania and Hungary to minister to moms, and I'm super, super excited to meet the moms over there too. So we have covered a lot in 12 days. Little did I know that God would call us back to Phoenix and to plant a church and to adopt 2 more children. So those stories will need to be told in another book. But thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and please watch for my free 3-day masterclass that I will be leading online. Please spread the word to moms who have little ones and would like to make sure they're making every minute count in this season. So I hope that when you do see, I'll be sharing information on that, and I hope that when you see it that you'll consider sharing it with others. So you can find more information at brennastoll.net. And mamas, until next time, let's go make every minute count. Blessings.